So welcome. Thank you for spending part of your Friday morning with Margaret and myself as we dive into a bit about traditional clubs. So we'll be talking about creating them, managing them, and processing them. And if you have any questions at all, please do use the Q&A section, and Margaret will address those, and we'll either answer them within the Q&A, or she'll bring it up and we can answer it in context. So either way, please do get your questions in, because we want to be sure that you have all of your questions answered. So let's get started. So what we'll be talking about today, first of all, what's a traditional club? We're going to be creating club, managing club memberships, and finally processing a club. So the very first thing, of course, is what is a traditional club? I'm sure probably most of us know what that is. It is just the old school traditional shipments are at specific times per year. Usually 2 to 6 times per year is generally what we see. The admin creates the package or the shipment with the default items. All the cards are charged at once, and all the orders are packed and shipped at once. So it's very specific on timing. So the very first thing that we want to do is head over into Commerce7 and let's create a traditional club. So I'm on the dashboard. I'm going to go into club and then clicking on the club link here and move our beautiful faces, Margaret, and then we're going to say add club. Okay, this title is going to be customer facing, so you want to make sure that it's something that's customer friendly. I'm going to call this the Fancy 12 Bottle Club. Now we have a choice of traditional club or subscription club. And just so you know, our next free training Friday in 2 weeks is going to be all about subscription clubs. So we will focus on that next time. But this time we're concentrating on the traditional club. Down here, the content, this is going to be, it's usually the benefits. It's kind of a teaser when folks are signing up on the front end. So let me go ahead and grab my teaser and paste it in there. So our member benefits, and then down below here we have email instructions. Now these instructions will be embedded into the existing transaction email. So when someone signs up online, they automatically receive the "Hey, welcome to the club" email. This would be embedded into that existing email if there's something special about this club. If there's an extra special benefit to this particular club, you can put that here and it'll be embedded into that existing email. So it's pretty handy for that. Down here, we have some SEO and slug information. So if we were to go to this link here, it will take you directly to the club sign up page. So if you're working with a designer or you're doing it on your own, and you want to, for instance, add some join club buttons throughout your site, this is where you would want to point those buttons. Up here on the right, we have web status, admin status. So web status, if it's available, it's going to show online. People will be able to sign up. Admin status, same thing. Admins will be able to add them to these clubs. Also POS, you will be able to add them to POS. You can add an image if you would like, an enticing club image if you would like to. And let's go ahead and add that club. And there it is. There's my fancy 12 bottle club. It's ready for people to be added to. So what I'm going to do first is go online and show you what that looks like from the customer perspective. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go to the wine club page. Whoops, let's go to the top. Sorry about that. And here it is. And here's those member benefits that we put in there. We're going to join club. Now, because I'm already on the list, it's super easy. Like, it already pre-fills with all the stuff that's already in my profile, which is great. But I have, of course, a chance to edit those if I would like. If I wasn't already on the list, obviously, they would be prompted to go ahead and enter this information. Over on the right, we see at a glance, okay, it's recurring shipments. These are the member benefits again, and you are in control of your membership. You can preview your upcoming shipments. So you can skip a shipment, you can cancel the membership at any time. So it gives them all the information that they need before they complete the sign up, which I'm going to, hello, internet. Oh, one moment, please. Internet is being a little, there we go. Okay, welcome to the Fancy 12 Bottle Club. A word about this, if there was an open package, meaning that there's an upcoming shipment that's open for the Fancy 12 Bottle Club, you would see it here and they would be able to automatically be able to start interacting with it. So just know that that's the case, that it would automatically be there for them. But because there isn't a package yet, because we're going to build one, it's not there quite yet. But we will be looking at what that looks like as soon as the package is created. So going back into Commerce7, another way that folks can sign up is, as I mentioned, via admin. So for instance, let's go into the CRM. Let's head into Candy Cane and let's go ahead, go to her profile. And this will, show all of her, she has canceled a lot of clubs, but she wants to join again. So we're going to click add club membership. We're going to go ahead and choose the Fancy 12 Bottle Club. We're going to actually change her shipping to pickup. And everything else is looking good. We're going to save that club selection and now complete the sign up. Okay, she is now a part of that club. Now, another way that folks can sign up is via the POS, and we'll be taking a look at that once we create our package. As we go back into the memberships screen here, you will see the two that we just created. You always have a chance here to filter further if you need to. So you can certainly filter by club, and you can also filter by lots of things. So status, order delivery, sign up date, cancel date, shipping service, and club memberships with tag, because you can tag club memberships. Once you have filtered, then you have the option to either export into a spreadsheet or you can tag those memberships. So very handy tools there. Let's take a look at packages. We're going to go ahead and create a package. So here we are. Again, we're on the traditional club packages. We're going to add a package. You'll notice up here, status is in planning mode. Anytime you're in planning, you can do whatever the heck you want. You can change to your heart's content because this is not active yet. Once it's active, you want to not make changes. But when it's in planning, you can do anything. And in fact, even if you don't have your next club going out until, say, January, feel free. Go ahead and create it now, play with it, make sure it feels good, run it by your team, make sure everything is right so that you feel really good about it. So anyway, you have maximum flexibility when you are in the planning phase. I'm going to name this. This is customer facing. I'm going to call it Fall 2022. Choose the club. This is going to be my Fancy 12 Bottle Club. Auto process date. On midnight of the date that you choose, all the cards will be charged and all of the orders will be created. So let's go take a look here. I'm going to process these guys on the 11th of November. Allow customers to ship early. If this is checked, and it is by default, then when folks go online to interact with their upcoming shipment, they have a button there that says process now, which means that they want to go ahead and get their shipment early. So you can leave that checked. Or if you're like, nope, I don't want to be dealing with that. I want to do it on the date that, I have my crew here to actually pack these boxes. You can uncheck that and they won't be able to do it. You can set a requested ship date. I'm going to go ahead and choose Monday the 14th. Down here is our item selection. So you can either do user can choose or set items. Set items is the old school, you know, hey, I as the admin want to choose what these people are getting and how many. I don't want them to be able to change it on their own at all. That's the way it's going to be. And that's fine. User can choose is what we would recommend and what folks tend to really, really like, which is they can customize it themselves, obviously based on what you as the admin let them know that they can choose. You know, you certainly put parameters on that, but they have a way to customize their own shipments. So we're going to say user can choose because we love that. Minimum products for this one is 12 because this is a 12 bottle club. And or you can put in a minimum order value if that's the threshold that you want to set for folks. We have coupons in the package. Okay, so promotions are applied automatically across all the sales channels. So if you have 10%, you get 10% off of all of your orders, club member. That's one of the benefits. You get 10% off of all your orders, no matter where they're coming from. That's great. They're going to get it regardless of if they're in the tasting room, if they're online, if it's an admin order, right? Coupons are applied manually. So in this case, just for shipments, I want folks to also get $15 flat shipping just on these packages, or just on this package. So that's a way to be able to, you know, just offer something specific for this particular scenario. Okay, we're going to save that club package. Now we're in step 2. We're going to add the items. So let's see here. First thing I want to do is add my Chardonnay. Now, this is where you define your default shipment. This is the shipment that people will receive if they don't make any customizations. So you want to make sure that it adds up to 12 bottles. And in this case, I want it to be 6 of the Chard. I want it to be 6 of the Rosé. So there's my 6 and 6. So that would, you know, qualify. That'd be fine. But I also want folks to be able to choose some of the Cabernet if they want to. So I'm going to go ahead and go down to the cab. And this one I'm going to make quantity of 0 because they may or may not choose it. I don't have a whole lot of it. I have enough if all of my club members were to choose 6 of them. So I'm going to take the max down to 6 so that they can only get 6. And I'm going to select. Okay. Now, finally, and this is something that I have, I've done this, and that is when I was running a club, twice I forgot to put in the collateral SKU until after I processed the club. I don't know if you've done this, but it's no fun. And there's a lot of calling the fulfillment house going, can you please just put the please? And they don't, and it's a whole thing. So you want to make sure that you remember that. That's very, very important. So I'm going to go ahead and choose my collateral that I've already created. And in Commerce7, you can create a specific collateral SKU, which will not count against the minimum quantity, which is fantastic. So I've done that. I am going to make it required, meaning that when you set a minimum here on any of these, it's going to mean that you're requiring that minimum to be in that package. My other wines, I'm fine if they mix and match to their heart's content, but for this particular thing, I don't want, you know, it to be deleted in any way. So minimum, select. Great. So what this is saying, oh, and actually, I'm going to switch this around a little bit. You can just drag and drop the order that folks will see stuff. So this is saying 6 of these and 6 of these. That will be the default shipment if they don't interact with this at all and make any changes. Also means that they can go ahead and add an additional 6 bottles of the Cabernet if they would like. or get rid of the Chardonnay completely, add all Cabernet, whatever, or not all Cabernet, but up to 6. They can do whatever they want. We'll be looking at that in a minute. And then we have our newsletter, which is required. So that's why there's a minimum of 1 there. A word on available on web. This is a new feature, which is super cool. And that is that if it is toggled on, that means that your club members will see it. They will see it online. They're going to see it on the web when they go to do all their changes or even view their stuff. They're going to see it. If you go like this and you untoggle it, it means that they will not see it. It will not be a part of their shipment. Actually, I'm going to use the Cabernet as the example here because that would be more in keeping with what it is. If we uncheck it, that means they will not see the Cabernet at all as one of their other options. But what it does do is if you as the admin go in and make an edit for the member, let's say it's a very special member who loves the cab, you'll be able to go in there and add it to their club package for them. It will show up for you. So important thing to note there. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it there so that we can see online that they're able to switch that out. Okay, we're going to continue. And now we're on step 3, members. So this shows us all the members in the club. In this case, there are only 2 because we just created it. I went ahead and joined online. We added Candy Cane via admin. Pardon me. Let's see. Obviously, if you probably have a whole lot more in your club and you'll see them there. Here also, when there is, for instance, an expired credit card or something of that nature, something that is going to prevent this particular club package from processing, you will see a red indicator that will be very, very clear so that you can go and make that change and take care of it before the orders actually process. All right, now we're going to go to step 4, inventory. Very important. You will want to make sure that you have enough inventory for the required amounts. And again, it will be very clear when you don't. There'll be obviously a negative sign, and you want to just, definitely make sure you have enough inventory in the location or locations that you need it so that everything will process smoothly. Okay, we are going to click the magic active button. Very important, you guys. Make sure you're ready to do this. Make sure you're ready to make it go active, because once you go active, everything is going to be showing online, and your customers or your members will be able to go in and make all their changes. Once you go active, it's very, very tough to go back. So make sure that, put it in front of all the eyes that you need to before you make it active. Super important. So we're going to make it active. And you'll see here, it is active. Now, when we go back to the configure screen, you'll also see this status box here. And so it's a running tally of what's going on. And you'll also see this communication area down here. So your auto process date is November 11th. Automatically by default, a 2-week reminder goes to your members prior to that date, and a 2-day reminder prior to that date. You can absolutely change these by clicking on edit. And it won't hurt anything if you do that once it's active. So you can make those changes. You can also decide to include emails about credit card failures on these. I mean, it's defaulted as checked. It's great because then it reminds folks to go and update their stuff, but you can uncheck that too if you would like. Going to save communication. One thing to note, if you, after you make it active, change the auto process date, you will also need to change this. It doesn't automatically change the communication cadence for that. So just know, you change that, you got to go over here and change this too. All righty, so let's now go take a look at the members screen now that it's active. You'll see now there's an edit shipment here. So you as the admin again can go in there, make edits if you would like, add, do whatever needs to happen if you want to. You can also skip this shipment from here, and you can just go ahead and process the shipment now. If this person calls them, hey, I want it to go now, you can go ahead and process it now. So let's see what it looks like as a member once it is active. Go ahead and refresh my screen here. Okay, so you'll see what happened when I refresh my screen there. Welcome to the 12 bottle club. And now here's that first shipment. So this is what it would have looked like if the package had been created prior to me signing up. So it's really cool. It's right there for you. If though I receive the communication and I want to go on, I go ahead and I sign in. I can also go to here on my dashboard. It's coming up. I can also go to my club memberships, and it's there as well. So no matter kind of where they come in, they're going to see it, and it'll make it very easy for them to do whatever it is that they want to do. And what can they do? Well, they can certainly edit the wines, and we'll do that in a minute. They can ship it now. They ship it now, it charges their card now, and it goes on to fulfillment. So it happens now instead of waiting for it to process on the processing date. They can ship the skip this shipment. I'm going to be out of the country. Please ship this or please skip this shipment. And they can cancel the membership. I do know that some wineries don't like that, don't like the fact that it's there. But I would encourage you to think about the subscriptions that you in your own life have. And man, when they make it not easy to cancel, it's just not, it doesn't feel good. From a consumer side, it doesn't feel good. If they're going to cancel, they're going to cancel. So you might as well make it easy, because it'll just leave them with a good feeling about it. Otherwise it can get, you know, I mean, man, when I have to call up and cancel, it's just a pain. So make it easy for everyone. So let's now go edit our wines. So you see here, these are the 6 and 6 that are there by default. When we scroll down, we see the 6 and 6, and we also see, oh, cool, I can add some cab if I want to. So maximum of 6. So I'm going to go ahead and add, and let's go ahead and add 6 of them, all 6, because I'm a cab lover. And then we're going to take these down to 3. And now I could have left these at 6 and 6 and just gotten the additional 6 as well. So whatever it is, but I'm just keeping it at 12. I'm going to save those selections. And there it is. And now at any time before that process date, I, as the member, can come in here and make changes to my heart's content. And so it's pretty cool. Likewise, they can, you can change shipping address, payment method, make whatever changes they need to before it processes. I'm going to go ahead and ship it now. And we'll see what that looks like. Cool. Okay. Back in Commerce7, back in the packages. I'm going to refresh my screen here. Back in the packages, we now see Candy Cane still, her shipment is pending, but Brittany, oh, look what she did. She went ahead and completed it. So I mentioned that there was one other way to join the club, and that is via the POS. So let's do that. Heading into the POS. And because often folks are in the tasting room, they're purchasing wine, and of course, the person behind the bar has been talking up the club to the point that the person is like, yes, I'm ready to join. So let's first go ahead and move my thing here.
Oh, you muted yourself, Brittany.
Whoops. Sometimes Zoom likes to put all the controls in places that aren't helpful. So I'm moving those over. Okay. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull someone up here. Let's do Johnny Cash. Okay. So he's visiting. And he's going to get some rosé. He's going to get some Chard, and he's going to get some Cab. And then he's like, you know what? I really want to join this fancy club because it's so cool. And so that's great. So then what you do is you see this little club button down here. And we choose the club, the fancy 12 bottle club. And here's some little magic here. Mark current order as first shipment, because a lot of times that's what they want to be able to do. Now, when you do this, you'll notice that the 3 that I put into the cart do not meet the 12 bottle minimum, right? Doesn't matter. If they want this, if you mark this to be the current first shipment, then marked as their first shipment. It will be a part of that package, and it will be marked as a club order, not a tasting room order, but a club order, or not a POS order, I should say, but a club order. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Then you have a chance to choose the package, and we are going to now add the membership, and we're going to pay. And let's pay with the card on file. I'm going to charge. Sure, let's do a nice tip. And great, it is closed. So let's go back into admin. And now when we go to club and packages, and we go to our fancy 12 bottle members. Cool. We see Johnny Cash, and it's completed, of course, because he picked it up while he was in the tasting room. That's done. Again, we've done mine because I did it online, and then Candy Cane will just process when the time comes, when the date has come. One other thing I want to bring up, which is really neat, is the signups here. So these are signups that are pending. You'll see over here pending. So if I were to go back online, and if I were to go to Wine Club, and whoops, I don't know why it keeps doing that. And then we go to join the club, and I don't complete the sign up. I leave, or I thought I did it. My internet went out, whatever it could be. I didn't complete the sign up. If we go back into Commerce7 and we go to that signups page, we see it here. And when you click into it, let's say she called and said, man, my internet went out. Can you please complete that sign up for me? Or not, I'm not sure if I actually signed up. You can go ahead and complete that sign up for her. Pardon me. Let's see here. All of the club orders obviously are regular orders. Let's go back to the store here. So you see the Johnny Cash one from the club order that was placed in POS, and you see mine. Let's see here. What else did I want to bring up? There was, if I go back into club, go into packages. You can certainly sort on various things here to, so the status, planning, active, or archive, or filter by the club, and be able to do things there with particular packages, or a particular, like I have a bunch of packages here. Maybe you have like 100 of them and you need to be able to find that one. You can do that here. I think that is about it for what I have. What am I missing, Margaret? Anything that we should bring up that I have not?
I don't think you're missing anything in particular. That was really thorough, and you did a great job with that. I was just going to call out the fact that you can archive the club packages after they're completed as well.
Definitely.
So if you wanted to click into one and just show how you would do that is you just select that active button again, and you can archive that package. Basically, if you just don't need to look at it anymore, don't need to add anyone to that package, it's completed. It's just good to have clean data in the system, so you're not looking at every single package you've ever made. We recommend doing that after, but that's the only thing that I wanted to call out. I was also going to mention the POS feature, but you beat me to it there. Awesome.
No problem. Do we have any questions?
We have one question that I'd like to address, and then we had 2 feature requests as well. So another one just came in as well. So the first question here is there a way to add more than 1 coupon to a package? We have flat rate shipping, but we also have levels of membership where they get free shipping. So I wanted to demo this for Carrie here. So basically, if you scroll down to the bottom of your club package, Brittany, you'll see where you can add coupons.
Yep.
And here you do have the one, so you have your free shipping for 12 plus bottles, but say you had a group of club members who got free shipping on every single order, no matter the bottle count. So you would be able to add that coupon by just simply selecting it here. And then depending on how you've set up the coupons to trigger, so based on a tag or based on a certain customer type, whatever you have set up in the coupon, that's how they'll apply here. So keep the same logic in mind with promotion sets. The highest promotions or the highest discount will apply regardless. But if a customer is eligible for the second coupon, that will be what's applied, or the highest discount that they're possibly eligible for. So that's kind of a long-winded answer to say, yes, you can definitely add more than 1 coupon to your club package there.
So question, just clarifying.
Yeah.
So let's say these are different. Let's say they're not both, these would obviously, you'd want one to
less than 12 bottles, one more than 12 bottles. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe there's one that's like, 20% off of blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Both of these would need to be in the same promotion set for both of them to apply in this package, right?
No. So if they were to apply for the same customer, they would need to be in a promotion set. So say you had just like a general 10 or 15% discount for your club members as a promotion. So something that's not a coupon in the package. And then you also wanted them to get free shipping on or below 12 bottles. So you would include the initial club discount with the free shipping. Otherwise, the system will only pull in the highest discount. And then in this scenario, so you would include both of those with the club member discount as well. And then the system will pull in whatever the customer is eligible for. So if they're purchasing more than 12 bottles, then they would be receiving free shipping, or sorry, the flat 15. And then if they were purchasing less than 12 bottles, they would receive the other coupon applied to the order. So you would have to make sure your quantities are set up that way too within the coupon. But that is that answer. If you have more questions, please feel free to reach out and we can kind of give you more direct advice based on your setup, but everybody's is so different that it's hard to give kind of a blanket statement of what will work for you. So please let us know and we can definitely help you customize that. Jenny's asking, are you able to delay the club shipment? So as Brittany explained, you can change the auto process date once you make the package active. So that would be a way to change and delay when the customer is charged. In terms of delaying when the orders will ship, you can add a requested ship date if you choose to. By default, we have the system sending your orders to fulfillment with the ship date of the day that it's processed to get your customers their orders as fast as possible. However, we know that that's not always ideal for specific operations. So if you wanted to delay the ship date and have that attached to your orders and ship compliant or any other integration that you're using, you can add a requested ship date to your club package as Brittany just showed there. So kind of a 2-part answer. If you wanted to delay the payment, you would change the auto process date. If you wanted to delay when the ship date is transferred to your integrations, you would add a requested ship date. And Bill is asking, my understanding, you can't change a product, for example, change the SKU until the package is archived, correct? Yes, that is correct. So when there are active SKUs in a club package, we have restrictions in place in the database so that you can't adjust those SKUs while they're in an active club package. And this is because when the club package is activated, we generate basically on the back end, we're creating carts for these orders, which don't show in the cart section, but they're in the database. And we have those SKUs listed in those carts. So if the SKU is changed, or if there's an adjustment made to those packages or the setup of those packages, when they go to process, there will be an error message because that SKU no longer exists or that SKU has been changed. And that is obviously not optimal for customer experience nor for your operations. So that's why you're not able to make adjustments to SKUs when they are in active club packages. Awesome. So that is that. We don't have any other questions here in the queue at the moment.
Okay. We can give
But
it a couple
we'll wait for that.
more
Yeah.
minutes.
And just while we're waiting, I know next Free Training Friday will be on subscription clubs. So I wanted to just call out that you don't have to eliminate the traditional club model to try out the subscription one. I think that that's kind of a common misconception that you can kind of maybe test out what this, yeah, you don't have to have one or the other. It can definitely be both. And they can meet different customer needs. So I would recommend attending our next Free Training Friday to kind of learn a little bit more about how those work as well.
And yeah, you can just test them out and see if you like them. They're a little bit. I understand that they're a little. It's a little scary to kind of dip your toe into a different way of thinking about clubs because they've been the same for so long. But yeah, the subscriptions are really cool. They're really cool.
We have one more question that came in from Carrie here. So transactional emails, how do we customize them? So again, this is kind of a two-part question. If you want to have like a custom template, you can work with a developer to do that. And then if you wanted to go to the developer section, I can show you where that would look or where that would happen to change the entire structure of the template.
Yep.
So email template. So basically you can customize a template here using your own HTML or your developer's HTML to make it look slightly different. And then you can pull in these templates in your transactional emails if you choose to. However, the easier way and without using a developer would be to go to settings, to go to transactional emails, and then you can click into each one and take a look at the content that's here. So whichever one you want to pick, we can take a look. Awesome. So you can change the from name on the email. You can change the email address that it's sending from. And then here you can use specific variables that we have to pull in particular information. So you pull in with this one, customer first name, you pull in the customer's first name and make that more customized experience. And from here, you could edit the language, add images, anything that you really like. And then in our transactional emails documentation article, we have a list of all of these different variables that you can include in your transactional emails. However, keep in mind, a club sign up blob is not going to work in an account activation email. It's a very different action within the system. So take a look at that documentation article to see where certain variables are applicable and which ones can be added to each email. But that's the long answer for you. So they can be even more customized with the developer, or you can just go ahead and edit within the settings here as well. No problem. Got a question saying thank you.
Oh. Well, awesome.
Yeah.
If there aren't any others.
No, there's nothing in here right now. Yeah, I think we've got them all.
Okay, cool. Well, certainly if you guys have any questions at all, reach out to us in support. There's also some great documentation out there in the support tab that can help you through some of these things as well, but never hesitate to reach out if you have specific questions. We're always happy to help.
Awesome. And hope to see you guys all at our subscriptions training in a couple weeks.
Yay.
Thank you for joining. Bye.
Thanks, bye.